Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and this time we're updating you about the Gardyn 2.0 system. Today it's about a little bit more than 3 months when we planted the seeds. Okay, so we got this system around Christmas, and we got it from Facebook Marketplace, so it wasn't that expensive. The shape, it was in decent shape. I think the previous owner only used it for a couple months and she decided to give it away. Okay, so we planted the seeds around December 20th, after Christmas. So, and today it is March 2nd. So let me introduce you with each plant. Okay, so this one is a flower plant. It came with the Gardyn system. The pot was given, the pot, and the flower is called barrage. I think it has the name over here. Barrage plant. They started to grow really early and strong too, and this time it's really big, and there is a lot of flowers on the top of the plant, and there is more coming up from the side, so that's pretty exciting. One thing about this plant is that the flowers, they're edible, but they don't taste really good, or they don't taste too much. Like, it's kind of bland. I have been trying to eat it in my salad or put it in tea, but yeah, they don't taste much. And you can see that there's little fuzz, right? Lots of fuzz with the flower, and they kind of scratch too. Anyways, they're pretty. I mean, I'm glad that I grow it, but maybe next time I won't grow this thing again. It also kind of looked like wild flowers too. I don't know. Alright, so next we have cilantro here. In the past, this pot was for the radish plant. I thought the radish was a purple bean, but the root with the radish plant, it was just kept expanding and expanding, and I was like, I don't want the pot to be broken, so I took it out and I put some cilantro here from the smaller hydroponic system, and at this point I think the cilantros, they're still recovering. Hopefully they can grow bigger and bigger over time. Next, we have pepper plants over here, or jalapeno. This is the 3rd month, but I only have flower buds here. These are some flower buds, no fruits yet. So they do take a lot of time to grow. Lettuce, kale, and cucumbers. So with the lettuce plant, as you can see, I have a lot of lettuce within one system here, and this one is kind of pathetic. It's the smallest lettuce plant of the whole system, and I think the difference is there's a difference because there's too many plants in one pod. So I think the ideal size is only 2 plants maximum for lettuce within one pod. I grow too much here. The other thing is that when we were making salads, sometimes I noticed that my husband, he would pull the plant from here, from the middle of the stem, and I think it kind of hurt the plant because the plant would think that the nutrition would still go up here, and then it would reserve less energy for the new stems. So that's why this one is kind of pathetic right now. And here we have kale. The size isn't super big, right? They're still like the baby kale, but they're tasty. I have been cooking kale chips using these leaves. They are juicier than the ones in the supermarket, and there's a difference with their taste, and I was happy about it. You know, after dinner, when you watch TV, you can just put some kales in the oven and make kale chips. Alright, so here I put a cucumber plant, and you can see it is a very lengthy plant. It is stretching everywhere. Okay, and yeah, it's about 10 feet long right now, and I have a cucumber right here. It's about less than a foot long, maybe, right? So I think next time I probably won't plant cucumber in this system anymore, because one thing is that they take a lot of room, but that's fine. The main issue is that they need pollination. So I didn't know this, and I thought, you know, with the Gardyn's pods, the given pods, you don't have to pollinate them. But then I started to see the little cucumbers, right? They started to drop off, such as this one. This one I even hand pollinated it, but it wasn't successful. So pollination is a pain, and as you can see, I only have one cucumber, and that's not enough. So it isn't super productive. Next time I might skip it. Okay, so next we have a lot of lettuce, and I really recommend growing lettuce or bai choy, bai cai in the system of the smaller green plants, you know. Even with herbs like this one, lavender. I really enjoyed the lavender this time, because I didn't know that their leaves, they're edible, and you can make tea out of it too, and they're super tasty. I think the smell of the leaves part is even stronger than the flowers. I really like lavender plants. And here there's more kale. I have a tomato plant that is now full of tomatoes. The cherry tomatoes, they're tiny. They're still green and not mature, so I mean, maybe another 2 weeks they will become orange and red and be ready to eat. Okay. Here there's a eggplant. There's actually 2 eggplant, and I think it might be too much, but we'll see. And 1 flower. Again, this is the 3rd month of the system. That I have been using the system, and only flower has come up. I think it is kind of slow, and it takes a lot of room. And because it takes a lot of room and uses a lot of energy, nutrition, and sometimes it couldn't be kept up, the nutrition part, so the leaves are starting to get yellow. So I think when spring comes, I will grow eggplants or tomatoes and cucumbers, these larger plants, simply outside. And when winter comes, I mean, I can grow it inside, but they're not super productive. So yeah. Here I got some basil plant, and purple basil over here. Purple basil grow really slowly in the beginning, but once they got the leaves mature, they took off really quickly as well. So I am really happy about the basil plants because, you know, they're productive. Like, for example, you can see I trimmed it over here so it can grow 2 more stems on the 2 sides. So when you eat basil plants, always make sure that you can trim it at the same time so they can just be more productive. Like this one, you can trim it over here so new shoots can come from the 2 sides. Okay, what else we have here? More lettuce and snapdragon or dragon snap. I couldn't really remember the name of it. It's a flower. It's pretty, but it's kind of useless. All right, and here, this is kind of exciting. This is a pea plant. This is my first time growing pea. I never knew how pea was produced, and this time was my first time seeing, you know, how pea grow. And as you can see, here there's a little pea growing, but since the stem is kind of random, there's not much energy over here, so the pea looks pathetic. The flowers of the pea, they are in purple, and they're really cute, but the pea plant itself, maybe it's just with the system, it isn't super productive either. So far I have been producing, I have harvested about 4 to 5 peas only, and they were just kind of random add-ons to my salads or a dish, or I can just eat it raw. But you know, I mean, it takes a lot of space. The whole space is pea, but there isn't a lot of fruits on that plant. But there, you know, randomly there are some, like 1 to 2 pea plants. I think they might be better fits for outdoor gardenings because there's more space out there. Anyways, happy to have them still, especially if it's winter, there's nothing going on inside of the house, and seeing some lives going on is really exciting. So really happy about that. So this is the Gardyn 2.0 system. And in today's video, I also want to introduce you with my this thing. So how I grow basil plants. So these plants are transplanted from here. I have a smaller hydroponic system. I got it from Amazon. It's about $35 when it's on sale. And I started to grow some basils over here. And as you can see, when a basil plant is too tall for the system, I will take it out and I will transplant them into these clear pots and just put them in random spaces in the house. And one thing about these clear pots is that, as you can see, you can see the roots. So when I transplanted the thing, there wasn't any root going on. But then as the plant grow, the roots are taking off underneath as well. And with these clear pots, you can observe the growth of the roots really, really clearly. And once it is all packed with root, I know that it's time to transplant it again into a larger pot or simply outside. I think it's growing really well. And again, when you eat basil plant, make sure that you can trim it at the same time. Just cut it over here, for example, and new stems will grow on the 2 sides. So the plant will become more and more productive. Yeah, it's really nice to see it as well, right? Okay. So yeah, that's the 3rd month update. on my Gardyn 2.0 system. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Bye.